Ugh. Okay, looks like we are live. I just gotta check the lag again. Lag again. Yeah, it's a little lag, I guess. Not too much. Anyway, okay, I think we can get this show on the road. So, hey guys, hello everybody. I thought that today I would look into von Helton's hallucinations. I have lined up 5 of his shorts, or his little ramblings about butterflies and little buddies in the sky. I just want to, well, firstly I want to show you what he's done, and then I want to discuss where von Helton, in reality, let's face it, in reality, where he's going. For all the entertainment we get from his perils in life, it's pretty soon going to get real that the end of the journey, his current journey, is arriving pretty soon, I think. So let's start off with the videos, okay? Then we can talk about them. Okay, let's do it.
Alright, can you see the little white butterfly? He just appeared out of nowhere. He's right there. Little white butterfly. There you go, he's moving now. See him? Sitting there flitting in the bush there where the flowers are. Getting them little yellow flowers. He just appeared out of nowhere. And decided to grace me with his presence, I guess. So I thought I'd document him. I saw this same little white butterfly at a completely different location. And then I saw him again before that. So, I don't know. Message? Following me? Tailgating me? Stalking me? You know, I don't know. Same little white butterfly. In all 3 different occasions. All 3 different locations. With the same single white butterfly. Starting to come together, guys? Are you starting to get this? Now, I know the atheists out there will never get it because they're not spiritual. But those of you that are spiritually inclined, are you starting to get it now? I hope so. I do. Oh, he's getting right up here close to where we can see him. Isn't that nice? Nice little butterfly. Thought I'd document it. That's all. Have a good one. Alright, boys and girls. Just thought I'd show you something interesting while I'm here. For those of you that don't know, let me give you a little background. Freedom religion, one of the symbols of freedom religion is butterflies, particularly the monarch butterfly. And as you can see, the murals up here are covered in monarch butterflies. And, you know, I take that as a sign because I'm a spiritual person. Now, atheists would poo-poo that idea. Oh, it don't mean nothing. Those paintings or murals or whatever you want to call them have been up there for years. Yeah, but see, it's new to me. And that's the difference. It's new to me. It's something that I see along my journey to let me know that the gods are still with me. They're still in control. And if you look to the right, it says Festival Ahead. And one of the murals even has a carnival with a Ferris wheel. Okay, now, for those of you that understand what I'm talking about, some time back I received a tarot card of absolute victory, and there was no way you could interpret it any other way, and it made the trolls furious because the trolls were like, oh, there's got to be another way to interpret it. There's got to be another. But see, the only way you could have interpreted any other way is if it had been reversed. But the card was not reversed. It was face up. And the card represented absolute victory. And it made the trolls and haters absolutely furious. And, so I'm going to get the victory. And apparently it's close, because here's a carnival saying festival ahead with all the monarch butterflies. And now see, the buildings are the same, but the murals on the walls are always different. At least they have been so far. But I thought I would share this with you, because if this isn't a sign that the gods are still with me, and that I'm still progressing, and I'm going to reach that card of absolute victory, then I don't know what to say. I mean, because obviously that's exactly what it means. Festival ahead. So, hey, the fun times are coming. So, if you will, please give me some donations for gas so that I can keep going. And we'll get out here and get back on the road and make this a glorious thing, man. It's going to be awesome. And once again, thank you to those of you that have gave and contributed to my Cash App. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the ability to do this, and hopefully even maybe show you things that you don't always see. That's what makes it exciting. That's what makes it fun. Going places and seeing things is fun. And because most of you probably can't get out for whatever reason. And so here I am doing it for you. So please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and donate. And we will keep this thing going, man. We're on a roll here, folks. We're doing good. And now with this sign saying festival ahead and all the butterflies, that's an absolute sign from the gods and goddesses of freedom religion that everything is working as planned and everything is going forward. So cheer up, heads up, chin up. We're going to get this, man. We're going to get a total, complete victory. All right, y'all have a pleasant day and a better tomorrow. Bye. Well, everybody was wondering if my little buddy's up there with me or not. And turns out that he is. I don't know if you can see it amidst all the other crap that's there, but he's there. He is there. He's still with me, buddy. He's hanging right there with me. I can't believe it. With me through thick and thin, I guess, huh? But he's there. Not to be confused with some of the other lights that's there, but he's there. Something else. So yeah, he's still with me. He's with me through thick and thin, I reckon. All right. Anyway, I'm not gonna record long, but there it is. He's still with me. I don't know if you can see him, but right above the chimney of that house, ignore the flashing red light. That's just a reflection of my window. And I think another light is a reflection of my window as well. But that little light just above the chimney of this house here, this building here, that little blinking light, that little blinking white light, well, multicolored now, seems like, that is my little buddy. He's back. And he is here in Ohio. He seems a little bit farther away this time, though, but there he is. And he is constantly observing. I don't know when he's going to actually help. I could use a little help, actually, but I guess he's observing. There he is. But yeah, just above the chimney of this building, there he is. Like I said, I don't know about that secondary white light. I don't know if that's a reflection off my window or what. I think it's a reflection off my window. But that light just above the chimney of that building there, that is definitely him. And he's blinking to let me know it's him, So, I mean, there's no question it's him. But just thought I'd let you know, my little buddy's still with me. He's not discarded me like the trolls said. Oh, your little buddy's left you. He's no longer. Yeah, well, that's a lie. Because there he is. He's still with me. He's hanging with me through thick and thin for some reason. So I guess we'll see what this all ends up being, huh? It's going to be an interesting situation, I guess. All right, just wanted to share. Y'all have a good one. Single white butterfly again, guys. Told you. Everywhere I go. Single white butterfly. Everywhere I go, literally. State to state. It's always one single white butterfly by itself. And as you can see, he's by himself. There's nobody else around, not even other bugs. It's just him. What does it mean? Well, I'm hoping it has a positive connotation. But yeah, as you can see, he's all by himself. There's no other bugs, no, not even a wasp, a bumblebee, a honeybee, nothing. Just a single white butterfly. Ain't that something? Alrighty, have a good one.
Oh, boy. I don't know how I feel about Vaughn anymore. I mean, the guy is so off his rocker that, yeah, why is he so out of breath? Indeed. I just feel that every day he gets worse and worse and worse, no matter what he says, because he gets more stinky every day, if it's possible. I don't know if there's a 1 to 100 level of stinkiness, and once you reach 100, that's it. You're eternally stinky. But that's what he's living with. Yeah, in his stinkiness, he's fantasizing about, I'm going to get a job doing whatever job he gets, he's not going to get because he stinks. Unless he gets a job at the as a sewer impersonator. I guess I wonder if there's a position open. I mean, if he goes west to California, yeah, anything can happen there, and a sewer impersonator is not out of the question there on Venice Beach. Sorry, it's stupid. What a ridiculous idea. What I'd like to do, because we really only, scratched the surface here, not even 13 minutes or 14, 15 minutes in, is have a conversation with you guys. And the only way to do that is, of course, to open up a chat room, and I would do it in Discord, and you guys can join. But I don't know if you want to. I don't know if this group or if this channel is even ready for that. But I do want to say that the purpose of this channel is not to concentrate on Von Helton. Not in the least. It started out as my way of pushing, promoting, explaining, reasoning, and rationalizing Gnostic atheism or strong atheism. And I've put my position on the table before, which is that energy itself is eternal. It's fundamental. It's the starting point, energy. And I really have no urge to debate that axiom. I accept it, and I live with it. That's it. I cannot be moved. That's the main purpose of the channel. But more than that, it's to build up a group of like-minded thinkers. to move forward with educating the masses who don't have time or the urge or the willingness to really, or the need to think about anything deeper than what they have been told. So let me see. Oh, let me see about the chat. I haven't looked at the chat yet, so I'm going to go right to the very top, and I'm going to be mentioning names. Okay, Lady Starfire. Hi. You're the first one. Wandering son of Hecate. Hey, Sean. Where's he going? Well, I'll tell you where he's going. He's going into a psych ward. The plains of outer darkness, if the gods are just... Yeah, so those, are you saying that those butterflies, I know nothing about flutterbys or flying insects or anything. So are you saying conclusively that is not a butterfly that Von Helton is filming? It's a moth? So Rizzler says it's not even a butterfly. Okay, Rizzler, you have some knowledge maybe? Axiom number 3 of magic, says Sean. If you look for a thing, you surely will find it. Yeah. Like Jesus, right? You didn't know there was... Rizzler is convinced a fake. It's either I think they're moths, or in fact they're moths. And Rizzler can't believe that this piece of shit is getting donations. I can't believe it either, but I want to believe that he's getting less and less donations. He's getting less donations that he needs to function. Maybe that'll get him off his ass. His diabetic ass. A sign from the gods, for sure. Lady Starfire, he won't get a cent from me either. Although, you know, let's face it, watching him and spending all this time covering him is time consuming. Time is money. The blue ice cream cone means utter failure? Yeah, why not? The thing about the star, guys... let me just scroll down a little bit so I don't... Northwest Jess is going to mother him, apparently, says Rizzler. James Morgan, how you doing? Imagine giving this dude money. Imagine. Yeah, seriously. So Irv ruined his own life, asked, isn't she a troll? Isn't Jess a troll? I don't know. She's a pill popper or something. PLM4, hi. I'll get through these. Relax. Just bear with me. It's early morning. It's like only 11 o'clock in the morning. You know, Rizzler, you say not having money for gas embarrassed him, but smelling like a sewer doesn't. What a great point. Which means, you know, he's on his way to a psych ward. At least, doesn't mean it. Hey, Noctis. Good day to you, kitty. But Vaughn is looking Tentasai. Hey, Tentasai. Welcome. Vaughn is looking at that little blinking light as a goddamn star. It's a planet. I laughed my ass off too in the beginning. The stench prevents his little buddy from getting closer. You see, J-Dubs was way more courageous than Vaughn's little buddy in the sky, because J-Dubs sat right next to Vaughn. The little buddy in the sky is keeping his distance because of the stench. Yeah, James, the world of make-believe. Just sad, actually. The space denier believes in aliens, so where the fuck do the aliens come from if space isn't real? Tentacei for the win! You win the internet, Tentacei. Voyager 2, he's always looking for a place to shit because he lives in his car. The most common butterfly is that white butterfly that we've seen. I see them all the time here. I wonder if they're following me. I tell you what I'll do. If I'm out there next time with my camera and I see a butterfly or a moth or something that's white that looks like a butterfly, I'm going to do a Von Helton. So stand by. If the gods wish it and will it, it will happen. All my problems will be gone if I meet the white butterfly during my wanderings around the neighborhood. Kablooey. Oh, I don't know how to read that because when it all goes kablooey, it will really go kablooey. Satellites don't twinkle? This is true. This is true because the twinkling is due to the difference in the light stuff, right? And the satellite is too close to go through those whatever waves of air, whatever layers that it goes through to make it twinkle. I guess. I'm not a scientist, I don't know. But I try and think it through rationally. James says, gasping for breath while he waddles around on his swollen feet. Oh, yes. Definitely an airline or something common. Hey, Muller. Hey. He hasn't washed his ass in a month. Or his hands. PLM4. He's asking for 330 or 550. Did you catch that? I didn't get that. Oops, where am I here? California gives the most to welfare recipients, Noctis? Well, he'd better get himself to California then, huh? Although, it will be a failure. He'll end up in a psych ward in California instead of a psych ward in Ohio or wherever he goes next. Or wherever it just breaks down for him. It's going to come a point where it's just going to break down. He's just going to stop. Where are we? He wouldn't pass the smell test. The smell 2 test. Apatheism is the future. I don't quite... Can you explain that to me? What does that mean? He'll probably lose his toes over winter. He's too stupid to keep himself warm and clean. Plus his circulation must suck. Yep, James. I agree. Hello, Rabbi. Hello, Hebrew guy. Picard here. Number 1. Out. Number 1 to the bridge. Right away. The diabetes will get him, you think? Tentacei? He is decomposing. I agree. The smell itself presents as a decomposing statement. Some kind of new fungus growing out of his nose. Oh, he's becoming a bio-experiment. Ugh. Hello, Lady Starfire. Who are you saying hello to? Oh, you're saying hello to Hebrew guy. Awesome. Okay, I can't read that Latin stuff. I'm not going to try. They won't put him... Voyager 2 says they won't put him in a psych unless he is a threat to himself or others. Well, he's going to get there. He's spiraling that way, in my opinion. Lady Starfire is at work. Okay, shh, we won't tell anybody. cabbage white butterflies. Thank you. We are now, we have identified Vaughn's butterfly, the singular butterfly that is following him from state to state, as a cabbage white butterfly. It's a white cabbage moth, according to Ask Jeeves. Well, Ask Jeeves, it's funny. I remember AskJeeves.com from the 90s. Ask Jeeves became Ask.com. And I don't know what happened to that. They probably got sold to, the search engines or something. One of them. I really don't know. If anybody does know, let me know. Jason Aguacates. That sounds authentic, doesn't it? Okay, once CERN was turned on, Vaughn became effectively immortal. Oh, interesting. Even if this version expires in a gutter in poverty, the infinite numbers of copies of himself will continue to fail, to thrive elsewhere. Very good. What do you say, Tente Sai? No, the white butterflies of the prophecy of stinky asshole. Why not? Indeed. Jason says Jess began her online life as a troll, but she has stared for too long into the shit abyss and is now a cow herself. Well, I can't argue with you based on, was it yesterday? Whenever she was on with him? He was just live. Someone asked how much he needs, and he said $330 to get to his cousin, or $550 to. Oh, did we miss that? Oh, we can transition into it. Apatheism. I don't reject any gods. I just find them irrelevant. Okay. Well, I reject gods because they're impossible. Maybe not live. It could have been a regular uploaded video. He wants 550. It must be live. Hold on a sec. Let me go and check. I didn't see it. And I usually watch his stuff pretty closely. Live. Come on. No. Oh. No. That was from yesterday. It must have been. Which we covered. Because there's nothing new on his channel. No shorts. No videos. Or maybe there's. No. That's it. I don't know where you got that from. I know. I guess, sure, you don't care if they're impossible or not. That's not the point. The caring is emotional. The Creator God is or isn't. It's not about caring. And the Creator God isn't. Wasn't. Ever. Will never. Well, that's the thing about the claims. I'm not really making a claim. I'm saying to you that energy is fundamental. Energy is eternal. That's the starting point. Energy. Not one point, but call it a circle. There's no starting point on a circle. And if energy is eternal, as I claim, if energy is fundamental, as I claim, then the God debate, the God concept is merely demoted to a point of irrelevance. That's really what I think. That's really where I want my channel to focus on. Not really. I don't really want to preach. I don't really want to do any of that stuff. But if approached, and if somebody comes along and says, whatever you say, you can prove, well, I have an axiom. My axiom is that energy is eternal and fundamental. That's my axiom. That's where I start. So, whether you care or not, it doesn't matter. I am looking for people, like-minded people, to join me in a group which we can grow on this platform, hopefully, through Discord, where we can get together and discuss things and point out things that are not true. Basically, it's a lot of it is taking stuff that we see or that we listen to, that we hear, and debunking it, making fun of it, pointing out the idiocy, the logical, the lack of logic in a lot of claims. I think my claim has extremely solid logic, and I'm prepared to. I have this this challenge. So it's been out there. It's always out there. My challenge is this: your God is imaginary. Prove me wrong. So your God lives in your head. That's where you see him, or her, or it, or whatever. Nowhere else. So leave it in your head and don't talk about your God, which lives in your head, and trying to tell everybody that your experiences mean something. The experiences that you have with your God in your head mean everything to you, yes. But universally, locally even, they don't mean a damn thing. Okay, enough of my sermon for the day. I'm going to go back to the chat and see. Where were we here? Okay, his cousin. Yeah, what's this alleged cousin? He doesn't. He said very little about that. Cousin, alleged cousin. Jess, you think Tentaisa, you think Jess will seem to want Vaughn to drive to her and like be her dude? In the beginning, it sounded like it, but after all the stinky talk, I think she, in her pill-popping stupor, she tried to send him to somebody else. Right. Jess can change him. The pill-popping Jess? Sure. If you listen... Okay, Jason says if you listen to his video from, I think, yesterday, now where he starts the car at like 7 minutes in, that car is about to die. Do you know, Jason, that is a new battery? That battery was purchased for him by J-Dubs in New Jersey less than a month ago. I guess that you're apathetic to the claims, which means you're apathetic to discussion about the issue, which is great. I don't mind that, Rizzler. Not a problem. Jason says, guys, I need donations to replace the solenoid on my shitbox. Vaughn in a week, probably. I don't know. Vaughn in a week. Listen, you know, it's the 2nd of September, and I went outside this morning, and the air, although it's definitely not, the summer's not over by any means, but the air was perceptibly cooler this morning. I usually go out with a t-shirt. This morning I wore a overshirt as well. So after Labor Day, weather is starting to turn, and within a month it'll be cold. Well, relatively cold. It'll be wet, perhaps. A little bit dull. We might have some sunny days, late sunny days. But essentially the fall is knocking. We're here. So, with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, the fall and the winter coming, we will be indoors more. We will be enjoying more of this. Hopefully not just me chatting and answering the the chat box, hopefully with you guys actually in here, talking, giving your points of view, proving to me that I'm wrong about God, which is impossible, but, you can try. I'll give you 5 minutes. Shouldn't take more than that. I'll give you my claim in less than 30 seconds. Right. You can either demonstrate something or not. Indeed. Indeed, Rizla. In fact, I think you've pretty much nailed it. Yeah, your argument, my argument is only an addendum to your argument. I like it. Your statement. You can either demonstrate something or not. Can you demonstrate God? You can demonstrate Jesus? I cannot. You cannot. My God is called Robbie Fowler, and he is really... Robbie Fowler from the soccer player? From Liverpool, I think he was. Is that what you're talking about, Rizla? That's the only Robbie Fowler I know. Okay, Jason, I don't know what you're talking about. It is very clear that Vaughn's gods are very real and taking an active part. Oh, shit. I have to be very contrite here and humble. And I have to bow my head. I have to bow my head. And admit in front of the whole world that my arrogant position on the impossibility of the existence of gods did not take into account Vaughn's real gods and goddesses of the freedom religion. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'll be alright. Okay. I embarrass myself sometimes for no other reason that I embarrass myself. Okay, so where were we? The cousin, Jason says, is someone from THN. THN. I should know what that is. Trolling Vaughn, trying to get him to go to Arizona. Because it's hot as fuck there and would be hard for him to live there. Just won't last longer than J-Dubs did before snapping? Rizla, you think? Yeah, we'll see. Albert Cole, new name. Welcome. The danger of trusting pill-popping Pam Gam. Indeed. Pam Gam? Oh, that's a much better name than Jess for a pill popper. Tentai say, so real. He's living in his car, begging for money, still lying about stuff and being a failure at life. So real. Damn, so real. Donna. Hey, Donna. Donna Murphy's here. How are ya? I think you should listen to that drunk lady and try Cyrax. He needs it. Well, you know what? He doesn't listen to anybody. He went to New Jersey to live in a car with... He went from living in a trailer in Kentucky to going to New Jersey to live in a car with J-Dubs rather than go straight to Hamilton and start the journey from there. What a schmuck. No one has ever gotten the Robbie Fowler? Oh, man. I have been watching... Listen. When I was 15, I became an incredibly staunch supporter of Arsenal. And you know how I did it? I joined a soccer club and I was going to start playing soccer. My position, goalkeeper. Because I really, I just liked it. I went to the school library. I went to the public library and I took out a book on goalkeeping. And I read the book, and the author gave me some incredible tips on goalkeeping, which I used in playing, and it made me a much better goalkeeper. Now, the author of that book, his name was Bob Wilson. the Arsenal goalkeeper at the time. And as such, I became an Arsenal supporter and have been following the First Division and then the Premier League, whatever, ever since. Love it. And now you got me off on a tangent. The Hater Nation peasant? Hey, how you doing, peasant? What's the Hater Nation? Oh, Hater Nation. Sorry. It's still daylight. I haven't woken up yet. Moldy egg salad sandwich. Hi. Question. Why is it always the crusty old boomers who simp the hardest for Israel? I don't know. I didn't know that was a that was a thing. Maybe you could give us some names. Who are these? Other than me, obviously I'm a crusty old boomer. But when you say I simp for Israel, that's kind of a silly thing to say. I have reasons for supporting Israel. I have reasons for being a secular Zionist. But when you write silly bullshit like that, simping for Israel, then I don't know what you're talking about. You know, Bud? Yeah, I remember Pat Jennings. Man. Pat Jennings came after Bob Wilson, for sure. You know Bob Wilson? Fuck, if you know Bob Wilson, I want you to tell him that I went on the Arsenal website once. It was his birthday. Years ago. It was his birthday. And I went and I wished him happy birthday. And I told him the story of why I liked him and why I support Arsenal. And I never heard a word back. Pissed me off. Although, I mean, who am I really? Why should Bob Wilson reply to me? Unicorn Blow. Vaughn said it though. He thought J-Dub still had his apartment and he wanted to stay there and mooch. I know he said it, Unicorn, but we were all on the live streams. We were all watching the live streams that John and Vaughn were having when they were living up, one in New Jersey and one in Kentucky. And John was living in his car. He was saying he was living in his car. And when Von Helton was talking about coming to live in New Jersey, J-Dubs even said, "Oh, Vaughn, no problem. You come here, you can live in my car, not a problem." It was public information that J-Dubs was living in his car. I think. I know. Oh, THN, trolls, haters, naysayers. Yes, thank you, Lady Starfire. Gotcha. Todd's house now. What is this with this Todd Mallicoat? I need somebody to explain to me this whole lien, the tax lien. I still don't understand exactly what happened there. Okay, you literally moldy egg salad sandwich. Okay, you still got a chip on your shoulder about something, you spoiled little brat. You literally have the Israeli flag above the flag of the country that took in your doddered carcass. Okay, I think Sidney Winston has to have his own trolls, haters, and naysayers Reddit or something. Because here we have some crazy lunatic coming at me about absolutely nothing. Donna says, I don't deny being a crusty boomer. I don't. Listen, when you grow up in the 70s, and you see what the world is like now, you lose all faith in humanity anyway. Especially the young ones. The people my age are just as... A lot of them, most of them, are just as ignorant as people of the younger generations now. Pretty funny. Unicorn blow. Israel is one of the US's strongest allies. Yep. Okay, where are we going here? Okay, we're going into an Israel versus Israel US dotted. What did you call me? A dotted caucus. I have no idea what dotted actually means, but it sounds funny. It probably means something like, you want me to be dead or something, but so be it. You know what? Moldy egg salad sandwich. I'm still going to enjoy my life. I'm still going to enjoy every single second of every single day. Because I want to. And because I can ignore things said to me in anger or in haste. But the more you hang around, the more you are going to like me. Okay? So don't hang around too long. Israel gave... Hey, Gorn Captain's here. I haven't seen him yet. Israel gave us Velcro. There you go. We need Israel so bad. Because the main benefit of Israel, they gave us Velcro. And without Velcro, we can walk on the moon. We cannot strap up our moon walking boots. So, dude, I'm more than happy to go into the a conversation about Israel, Zionism, whatever. But I don't think that this is the stream for it, because it kind of started off as a Von Helton stream, and it should end primarily as a Von Helton stream. I'm going to consider, listen, let's be factual here. I don't know how long this Von Helton journey on video is going to run. It's going to tie. I'm sure. You remember, for those of you who remember Rob Beasley, it was the same kind of cult following that we had after Rob Beasley that we have after Von Helton. Every single day. Now, Rob Beasley was in Australia, so the time slots were different. Mainly from later in the afternoon till late at night, Rob Beasley would come on, and it would be a daily thing. We'd all get in the hangout, and we'd troll him, and he'd troll us, and it was daily, every single day, until one day, Rob Beasley was no longer on the internet. He landed up in hospital, and the doctors, had control over him, and he didn't have access to the internet. And I just suspect that Von Helton's heading the same way, because the trajectories of these two gentlemen, are the same, are similar. The background, the motivation, just the lack of understanding, the lack of your own surroundings, lack of understanding your own surroundings, was palpable with Rob Beasley, and it's certainly palpable with Von Helton. So just bear in mind that if you're following me just for Von Helton content, thank you very much. I appreciate it. But I also invite you to stay for the lulls that will follow. In 2015, when I first started, as I've said to you before, I'm a strong Gnostic atheist, and I sort of started with that position, and I haven't changed it. So, with that in mind, when we started back in 2015, the Google Hangouts, there was a lot of atheist versus Christian, atheist versus Muslim, atheist versus Jew, great debating, what they'd say. The thing is that back in those days, I was an atheist in the very, very, very minority, in that 99% of other atheists or others who claim to be atheists or would say there's a very slight chance. I'm 99.999999999999999% sure that God does not exist. That's not an atheist. If you can imagine a supernatural dimension as being real, other than being just in your imagination, then I think we're on opposite sides. So there you go. The journey forward, hopefully till the end of the decade. Let's give it let's make a goal from until 2030. Let's see how we can grow this Gnostic atheist reality, because you can't really argue against it. My God, God does not exist. Prove me wrong. Challenge has never been met, other than with specious claims like, yeah, but the Bible says God exists, so on your argument. Anyway, that's where we're going to go. That's kind of hopefully where we go. I do want to say that memberships are open. I am going to have live streams, members only, because it'll keep it honest, and it'll keep the spammers and the haters and the trolls to an absolute minimum. So that's the idea. For this channel to go forward with a message, entertaining as hell, because I'm a cynical fuck, as you know. I question everything, and I do not drink Kool-Aid. You know why? Because sugar is bad for your health. Okay? Okay, let's see. I think I'm getting some pushback here. Okay, Lady Starfire says, I found your channel last week and have enjoyed most of the content you've been putting out. Thank you for putting out solid content. Lady Starfire, it is my pleasure. Doubting Thomas, hello buddy. Can we get to the lols? There's a lot of nines. Okay, Isabella Rose, hi. I love God, and I wouldn't want to try to make someone believe if they don't. Exactly. And you have every right as an individual to love God. And I respect that. I do respect that you love God. And as long as you leave it there and don't come to me and tell me that your God is so wonderful that I have to love him too, then we're good. People get through life. Life sucks. And you have to get through it, and people suck. Mainly life sucks because people suck. And in order to get through life, I have found, without murdering and throttling every third person you come across, is you have to live according to a social contract. And the social contract is treat everybody else as the individual that you would like to be treated as. Okay? That's it. And leave everybody alone and mind your own business. All right. Lady Starfire needs to take your dog for a walk, and you'll be listening. Well, yeah, my dog is probably due for a walk as well. I took her out at about 7 this morning. It's now midday. So she'll probably need a pee more than a walk, but a walk, we usually have our walks around, 3, 4 in the afternoon. And then a night, and then a long one. And then in the evening, if it's nice, we'll go for a fairly long one. And then later on, it's just basically either around the block or outside, pee inside. I love my doggy. I'm gonna end the stream here because I feel like I've pretty much exhausted what needs to be said, what needs to be watched, what needs to be discussed in this particular episode. So I'm going to fade us out. Cats will eventually rule the earth. Thank you, Isabella. Have a good day yourselves. And everybody out there, take care. Be safe. People are unpredictable. Question everything. We'll see you in the next video or in the next live. Bye-bye. And as usual, we will fade to black as we do.